resting on top of my iPad. I told you I hate giving people FM. Free marketing, free advertising. Just simply saying iPad, Apple. I'm fucking giving them these motherfuckers free advertising. Let me fix this camera real quick. I need to just like go over all my fucking clothes in this scene, and I need to figure out, like, I told you I'm constantly attempting to downsize. And it's like so hot, I need to have these ice packs here to keep me cool. Let's see. So green is my favorite color, right? But how many blazers do I need? I can't even button this shit up. And as much as I love the color green, like this color, I don't think it really looks that good on camera. But we'll go over like all the. I have a pile of clothes in front of me. So I'm gonna go through all this shit as quickly as possible. And then I guess I'll decide right here and right now. Because, like, I have. If I was to count how many items of things I have in my apartment, it's just too much shit. You understand? And I told you it took me a 20-foot truck to move all my stuff over here. Yes, I know I have way more dolls than necessary. That's one. I love purple. Right? I love royal deep plum purple. But look, I even have like a, what do you call it? It's like a Robin Hood type of thing. I've not yet once worn that on camera. I have a bin full of clothes right behind that camera. Like, because all that shit was on the floor. And I just got frustrated hopping around the house, trying to come in and out. Because I told you this. And right now, I feel claustrophobic. With the cameras 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Like, I feel surrounded. Because I am. So this is a zip up hoodie. I like the color, but it's actually not a hoodie. It's just, got a collar. I like the gold. And actually, I guess it doesn't, if I'm being honest, I guess the green doesn't look bad either. Although there are things that look better. You know what I mean? And now I put the black eyeliner shit on my eyes. So I think it looks better when it's darker. When I have like a dense fucking wig on. Like, it's necessary, Let's see. So that's item number 2. So I'm just, as you can see, I'm just wearing it for like a few seconds, a minute. Because, like, just simply going through this whole pile, it's going to take me a while. So, throwing it. And who has to clean that shit up? Now, red, this, I'm not sure what size it is. I think it's like a large. I love, the thing is, so the previous item was also velvet. And I really love velvet. But here's the thing. I want to live in a hot place. Why would I be wearing velvet if I live in a hot place? Well, obviously I'm not living there yet. I was just saying that I'm most likely going to travel until I feel like, let's just say, if I'm being realistic here, because only I know me the best, right? I know my personality. I've already talked about, all the pet peeves that I have. For example, noise. Maybe if you live in a city area, and you are used to, loud, noisy construction, or let's see, loud neighbors. If you're used to living in an apartment and you have neighbors on top of you, next to you, under you, you can hear them stomping, you can hear people coughing. Like, if I hear my neighbors coughing outside, I can just imagine their nastiness, their germ molecules rising up into the air, and then I have to like close a fucking window because I don't want to like inhale their nastiness. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know what the fuck these people have. Like, you got like very malicious, evil people out there, carrying all sorts of diseases. And this is besides, the mosquito drones injecting you with, crap. And aside from vaccines trying to kill you. Just do your own research. Suddenly died. Sudden death. Oh, like, do you really think it's a coincidence? Like, why is it happening on such a large scale? Like, there's so many news stories about people who just suddenly died. No, you don't just suddenly die. There's always a cause, okay? All the people who died from the vaccine, one of the common things, the morticians, the people who work on the dead people, right? The people who work in the morgues and they gotta like investigate the cause of death, right? They see like they pull out these long strings of blood clots. That's the common theme. And sadly, I'm sorry to sound like an asshole, but most of you guys are already accepted the jabs, the mark of the beast. I mean, everybody's got free will, and yes, that's another thing is, oh well, I had no choice. My job made me get it, right? Now you know why I've been out of work for so long, because, and this is the shirt that I plan on wearing tomorrow when I go to see the job recruiter. I mean, I told you the only way you can get this particular style of polo shirt is if you go to a marine in that country. So in this case, this one is from Sweden. I got this one in Stockholm. And then the only other one I have in my possession is the one I have from Colombia. I was there for like maybe 2 days. It literally took me, because, of course, in the military, they try and get you the cheapest way of getting there. So I remember I was on the fucking train with another Marine. We were the lucky two who got picked to go to Bogota to stand duty when those Marines were celebrating their Marine Corps birthday ball. That's the only time that all the Marines get together. In the Marine Security Guard program. They changed the name of it. Now it's like Marine Corps Embassy Security Command or whatever. But back then, in the beginning, it used to be just MSG, Marine Security Guard. So that was really the only time when all the Marines from that same detachment were together. Because when you're doing embassy work, embassy duty, you have days, eves, mids. Right? So days is obviously in the morning, eves is into the evening, and then mids is overnight, midnight shift. And that was the one thing I did not like about standing duty in the Marines in the embassy, because security is obviously a huge deal in terms of, like, if you're in a hostile country, like for example like Venezuela, but like the way they structured their work schedule is, you always have to take a different route coming and going back to and from the Marine House for security reasons. Like, you don't know if people are trying to follow you, stalk you, etc. So you have multiple different routes, and then not just that, like no predictability, right? See, because normal people, regular folks, regular civilians who don't really pay too much mind to security, they usually just have the same routine every day, right? Let's just say, hypothetically, that every day you take the bus, or every day you drive your car and you take the same routes. Well, the Marines don't do that. I'm just telling you, like, this is how you can, try and exercise more caution with regards to your own safety or protection, right? Is the elements of predictability. If you're a very predictable person, then it's very easy to map out, your schedule. Like, you see this stuff in movies, right? You see people like in a spy vehicle sitting outside somebody's, home or work. They follow you around, trailing behind you. So be aware of your surroundings. You never know when you got predators, hiding in an unmarked vehicle, no license plate. They're just gonna fucking come and grab your ass. It's not funny. I mean, I'm laughing, but this is serious shit, Like, I don't want to, like, instill fear in people as if, like, the regular media, social media